force the reconnecting, the cooperation among the nations, and really put this back together. If we can do something within the G20 itself, that represents 80% of the international travel in the world, if we can have at least the countries of the G20 put example, that I think the rest of the world will follow, and the whole world will reactivate in international travel.
Thank you. Thank you all. Ladies and gentlemen, the panel. Sure.
Thank you, Arnie. Thanks, panelists. That was really terrific. So it is now time for lunch. It will be served in the Universal Ballroom. That is upstairs. On the way, do not forget your health and safety protocols. That means wearing your masks until you're actually eating and drinking. Also, hand washing. There'll be plenty of people on standby to, with a hand sanitizer, and maintaining social distancing. We also have a short lunch. We have to have you back in the room by 1:10. We have a virtual audience, and so in deference to them, we would like you in your seats at 1:10. The program begins at 1:15 sharp, and we will go whether people are still coming in and out of the room, but we'd love to have you in your seats. Also, feel free, while you have a chance, to explore the WTTC virtual platform. I've taken a look at it, and you'll notice this is a very paperless conference. Everything is on the technology, including exhibitors this year. So you can look at exhibitors, you can also look at some of our sponsor videos, and we're going to run some of those sponsor videos, which are very inspiring, as you leave the room. We'll see you back here at 1:10.
Thanks. Enjoyed that. That's going to be with
Distinguished guests, please welcome back the summit anchor, Kathleen Matthews.
Good afternoon, buenos tardes. I hope you had a wonderful lunch. And for those of us who are joining virtually from around the world, welcome back. We are getting started on time so that you are getting the benefit of wonderful, wonderful insights and programming. Our guests are just getting seated in the room here, but we're excited to kick off session 2, which is going to focus on how we accelerate the recovery of the travel and tourism sector. This morning we heard war stories from the past year, but also a lot of optimism about the resilience of our industry. And now we're going to hear nuts and bolts on what that recovery looks like and how we can move it faster. This, of course, will require, first and foremost, easing some of the mobility restrictions that are still in place, but also, very importantly, rebuilding the trust and the confidence of the traveler. So first up, we're going to have a flash learning. These allow us to explore from a human-centric perspective the experience of leaders in our sector with COVID-19 and how they're able to accelerate their own recovery in their countries and in their businesses. And we're going to hear right now from Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of Royal Caribbean Cruises, Richard Fain.
Hello, everyone. It's a real pleasure to be joining you at WTTC's 2021 Global Summit, even if it is only virtual. It's been one hell of a year, with hotels and borders closed, airplanes grounded, and of course, cruise ships docked around the world. Travel and tourism was clearly one of the sectors most impacted by COVID-19. I've been asked to make some comments about how it's affected the Royal Caribbean Group and what lessons we've learned during this awful time. I would point out 3 particular things that stood out to me. Number 1 was the importance of our people. Number 2, the importance of setting priorities. And number 3, the importance of agility. Let me take each of these in order. First is people. At the Royal Caribbean Group, it has always been the people who have made us successful. Always. The men and the women who work so hard to organize and deliver amazing